I'd like to share with you a method for trout fishing that's highly effective at times, but it's very underutilized, and that is a water bobber with a fly. And this is, in this case, it's a size 8 olive woolly bugger. Alright, so what you'll need for this setup is are some water bobbers. This is 1.5 inches, beads size 4, and small size 14 snap swivels. And then you'll need some type of fly. This is the #1 fly, I think, in trout fishing. It's the olive woolly bugger, size 8 hooks. You could find this at any fly shop, or you could tie your own, or you can use other flies like dry flies for this technique. I tie my own because I can select the materials that I want, and it's a lot of fun catching them on it. I tie a little bit of flash in my flies, as well as select quality marabou that has a lot of action. I mean, you can see just by fanning it that the marabou will just kind of do this, and it does the same thing in the water. It has kind of a tantalizing, lively effect. Alright, so what you do, this has a tapered pin in it, so you just open it up so that expose that hole on top, hold it under water and shake it so that all the bubbles come out of it, and then you simply push the pin back in underwater, and it seals all the water inside of this. So there should be no air bubbles inside the bobber itself. It sinks, right? You want it to sink. Alright, then you have the bead, and then you have your snap swivel. The leader, I use 6-pound test mono, and then with a fluorocarbon. I'll explain that side a little later, but you could use straight mono if you want, a 6-pound test. I use a 4 to 5 foot leader, so I wouldn't go any shorter than 4 feet. Alright, this loop here is a surgeon's loop, and I use 3 turns when I tie that surgeon's loop. Alright, and then it attaches to that snap. Okay, so on the other end, I use either a 2 or 3 turn surgeon's loop, but a smaller one, much smaller. You want to keep that small, and you want to cut off the tag end closest as you can to that knot. You don't want any tag end really sticking out. And that's it. I mean, in clear, super clean water, clear water, I'll use a fluorocarbon here. This last 2-foot section. And then I'll attach it to the mono with the blood knot. Alright, so it's just a confidence thing for me. You could use straight mono if you want, but again, in clear water, I want every advantage I could get, so I will tie a little bit of fluorocarbon in there because it's less visible. The reason for the mono is that it floats. The fluorocarbon is less visible, but it'll tend to sink. And then that's it. It has a big advantage. It kind of bridges the gap between using a lure, like a spoon. You know, a lot of times when it's windy, I'll go to a gold spoon, like a gold Castmaster, 1/4 ounce. But when it's flat, calm, and sunny, that's when the fish tend to be inactive and will be more likely to not want to chase something. So that's when bait fishing, like with Powerbait, tends to excel. But this bridges the gap between when the fish are really active and willing to hit a spoon, and but it's more of a slower presentation and a more natural presentation. So you cast it out, you let it sink a little bit, and then you just do a slow, steady retrieve, and you'll be really surprised at how effective it could be. Alright, so hopefully that helps, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.